Now, let's turn the metronome on and perform this rhythm. Ready, go. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's turn the metronome up a little faster and do it again. Ready? Go. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. And so on and so on. Every time you can turn the metronome up just a little bit and get better and better. Now this is a metronome. It ticks. It ticks in a very steady, consistent rhythm, which makes it a good candidate for a pulse, right? If you can learn how to connect the fastest notes, groups of the fastest notes of any rhythm with this thing, you're going to be in good shape. Now you can set this at any speed. You can go way slower, which is always best because that gives you time to think about the next thing so you don't screw up. It's very important to do it slow and perfect, not fast and erratic. When you get better at it, you go faster, and then faster, and then faster, and then faster. Now let's set this thing down to a reasonable tempo and look at the next slide. Now, in my experience, correct rhythm is probably the most important parameter of a musical performance, and yet rhythm practice is the most neglected of all musical disciplines. Perhaps one reason for this is that the language of music abounds with a limited repertoire of musical cliches, idiomatic expressions that musicians learn by rote from experience and never quite learn to read precisely. They see this on the page. Or all those are cliches. All of those appear in music all the time. So musicians learn to relate to them by rote, and they sort of read the music, but they're not really reading it. They're remembering something that they played from another piece, which is fine in 90% of the cases. But for that few 10% in which the rhythms are unique, even professional musicians find themselves helpless to interpret a rhythm because they don't habitually reduce values to the terms of the fastest note. Now, there's another possible reason why rhythmic performance is so misunderstood. It has to do with the physical nature of rhythm. Certainly between the two, rhythm and pitch, rhythm is more rooted in or originates from the body. People associate rhythms with physical activities like the heartbeat, breathing, running, lifting, etc. I think this promotes the attitude that rhythms can be learned by feel. We want to feel rhythms. Analyzing a rhythm in the mind dephysicalizes it. It robs it of its visceral associations, therefore its meaning. However, we must cling to this idea. There's a difference between playing and practicing. When we're playing, we're letting our hearts run free. We're opening ourselves to divine influence. We're using intuitive mind, all those things. If we get to that point, then playing will be fine. But if we're learning something, practicing is not playing. practicing, is analyzing, it's reducing things down to very small cognitive components. And it's necessary to do this so we can learn quickly and efficiently. If we try to take in too much, we just end up getting confused. We have to learn bit by bit. The most efficient way to learn is very slow, bit by bit, perfect bits, which lead to stronger, more perfect groups of bits. So this covers the first subject of the class, musical time, dividing pulses in real time into groups, abstract groups, fractions. The next lecture will be on practice. We'll take this idea of small divisions further and look at different levels of musical structure.